Alrighty, GSPRO lovers out there, we're doing Lake Padden today, which says it's in Washington State. I don't ask this very often, but if you like watching these, if you like seeing the GSPRO courses, go ahead and hit subscribe or like or comment. It helps the channel immensely grow. We start off number 1 here at Lake Padden, which is a course that I really like. It's got dense forest, and one of the things that I'm going to explore today is how to get stuck in the trees and forget about my option to do a sim drop for at least 3 shots. So look forward to that implosion. But to start off, we get a par on the first by hitting it into the 2-putt circle. If you have not seen this channel before, we have a Garmin Approach R10. We're swinging in the garage. We got a little sim set up with a projector and a mat. There's a video in the description of all that setup stuff. Blow over the second hole here and have to chip back in. I recently got my hands on a Callaway Mac Daddy wedge that I really like. It's a raw wedge that rusts up and stuff, and it looks really cool behind the ball. Trying to just stay balanced through some of these drives, and so far those don't seem to be a problem. 135 left. This will be an 8-iron. And it's going to come up just short of the birdie circle, but another par. And we move over to the fourth, which is a par 3 up the hill, playing almost 170. And that mercifully stays in and gives us another par, moving to our first par 5 of the day. 493 yards seems a little attainable, except that we go into the forest, hit a few trees, land somewhere. Now I aimed to get out, and I thought I can punch out of here. But I punched out and crossed over into the other forest on the other side. And now I'm stuck here. And so I think, well, I'll just do it again, just a little softer. And so I take the same swing, softer, get a weird kick, weird bounce, end up in the forest again. And now I get the bright idea to take a sim drop, which is another stroke. So we are hitting our par shot from 282. And this is not necessarily how you want to approach sim golf or any golf. But this is something that has happened to me on courses that have massive amounts of trees. Like, you can get stuck in there and you don't get a sim drop unless you want to, I guess. But most of the time you're just trying to hack it out and move on with the round. And we don't get it in the 1-putt circle, so that is a triple bogey. I think that may be the second triple bogey on the channel. I think I put a quad on the channel too, so, but not an occurrence that I like to live often. So trying to come back with a par on a chip, and we do so, and we move to the second par 5 in the front 9, and we are going right again, flirting with the trees over here. This one I successfully do get out, but leave ourselves 191 remaining to try and save some sort of hole here. And that comes up really short and left and does not get in the bunker, so we're hitting over the bunker onto the green, trying to get it to run out, and it does not. And so that's going to add another bogey onto the card, and we go from even to +4 in a very quick amount of time. Here's me trying to hit a draw, and you can see that the path of the club was 4 left, so not going to hit a draw that way. We do get a very nice rollout down this hill on the side, and that's going to leave us 85 in. Tried to flight this down and get some spin on it, and it just doesn't carry, but we get a par out of it and move on to the next hole. Kind of an overcompensation there from going right into the trees, and we go left into the rough, leaving 156 out of the rough, and I did not hit that good. That's a major heel or toe, and comes up very short. Now we're hitting a 36-yard shot, and I get not enough run, and that's going to add another bogey on. So the round quickly falling apart here at Lake Padden. Watching it back, I can see why with my swings that are going on, but to be worked on later. For now, we'll enjoy the misery. Trying to get up the hill here, 167. And we do get a pretty good kick there, almost into the birdie. And we par the 10th, so the back 9 already going a little better until this one, which is a skied up driver off the top of the head. Luckily, this is a par 5 again, so we are going to just lay up. And no, we're not. We yank it left into the trees. I think it gets a pretty good kick and goes straight down, but now we are 132 away. And that wasn't particularly a good swing either. But it's going to work out pretty good by rolling into the birdie circle and somehow getting us back to +4. I did not deserve that birdie. This shot looks much better on camera, and it's going to be a safe par on the 12th. And we go to 13, and there's a better drive. So maybe getting something resembling a round together here. 2, 4, 8. Trying to go for it on the par 5 here and hit a pretty good shot, and really unlucky that it doesn't check up before, because now I don't get a chance to chip it in, and that's an automatic 3-putt, which second shot on a par 5, that becomes a par. So a little unfortunate after 2 good shots to go in. A short par 4 here on the 14th, and a good drive there with my 3-wood. And that looked a little left, but good tempo, and just wasn't quite online enough to be rewarded for it with the score, so we're still stuck at +4. The drives are looking better. This one, I did not anticipate the dog leg right being so severe, and so we almost go into the water, but luckily we save it and then yank it left immediately. I was shutting the face down and coming across, which is just a brutal combination. Trying to save the hole and cannot, so we give that bogey right back. 2 + 5. 144, dead straight. And that one is an automatic 3-putt, and we bogey that one to go to +6. Not the greatest shots here, and definitely not being rewarded for any bad shots, but we get into the rough on the right hand side, leaving 102 yards left on the 17th. And this one crawls in there for a birdie, and we get rid of one of those and get to +5. trying to end on a positive note here and just completely slice it into a power station or something over here. And I do line it up to just get back into the fairway. I thought I hoisted it way up in the air to carry over the trees, and I carried over the fairway and ended up on the other side. And sadly, this is a par 4, so right after that birdie and everything going right, we get to here and things start going wrong again. And we almost save it, but we end up a little bit left for another bogey, +6, a little left-right, some trees, a triple, and this round had about everything. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.